A king cobra or a green anaconda is the absolute definition of a nightmare. Think again. Deep in the shadows of Earth's history, 60 million years ago, there lived a monster that would treat today's largest snakes like nothing more than a casual snack. Imagine a world where the dinosaurs had just vanished. You might think the Earth finally became safe for mammals like us. But you would be dead wrong. The moment the T-Rex left the stage, a new king emerged from the murky swamps. A beast 50 feet long, weighing over 2,500 pounds, with a head larger than a household washing machine. This wasn't just a snake, it was a living, breathing crushing machine. It could swallow a full-grown cow in a single gulp, and it didn't need a single drop of venom to do it. This isn't a Hollywood monster movie. This is a real creature that once ruled our planet. Scientists call it Titanoboa. The story of its discovery sounds like something out of an adventure novel. It started in 2009, in a massive open-pit coal mine in Cerrejón, Colombia. A group of miners stumbled upon what they thought was a massive, fossilized drainage pipe. But as they cleared the dust and debris, they realized they were looking at vertebrae, the backbone of a snake unlike anything ever recorded in human history. But there was a problem. These bones were massive, wider than a heavyweight boxer's fist. At first, the scientific community refused to believe the math. Based on the size of these vertebrae, the calculation suggested this snake would have been at least 43 to 50 feet long. To put that into perspective, the largest anacondas today barely reach 20 feet. We are talking about a predator the size of a full-length school bus, heavy enough to crush a car, and tall enough to look into a second-story window if it stood up on its tail. As researchers dug deeper into that Colombian mine, they found the remains of 28 different individuals. The largest among them reached a staggering 50 feet. But it wasn't just the length that was terrifying, it was the pure mass. Titanoboa was over 3 feet wide at its thickest point. Imagine standing a large dining table on its side. That is how thick this snake's body was. Inside that massive frame were over 250 vertebrae, allowing it to move with the grace of a ribbon and the power of a hydraulic press. Its hunting style was brutal and efficient. It didn't chase you down like a wolf. It waited. Like a submarine lurking in the murky, oxygen-poor waters of the Paleocene, it was invisible until the very last second. When it struck, it moved like a giant, heavy-duty spring. It would coil its massive body around its prey, and every time the victim exhaled, the Titanoboa would tighten its grip. Scientists estimate it exerted 400 psi of pressure. That's like having the weight of a fully loaded semi-truck concentrated directly on your chest. Your ribs wouldn't just break, they would turn to dust in less than 3 minutes. Internal organs would be pulverized, and the heart would stop before the prey even realized what was happening. The big question that kept scientists awake at night was, how did it get so big? The answer lies in something we are very familiar with today: global temperature. Snakes are ectotherms, or cold-blooded. They cannot generate their own body heat. They rely entirely on the environment to regulate their metabolism. The hotter the world, the faster their internal engines run, and the larger they can grow. 60 million years ago, the Earth was a literal greenhouse. The tropics were nearly 10 degrees Fahrenheit hotter than they are today. In this hypertropical environment, the entire ecosystem was on steroids. We're talking about lungfish the size of cars, turtles the size of a Mini Cooper, and giant, armored crocodiles. In this world of giants, Titanoboa was the undisputed king of the jungle and the river. It ate crocodiles for breakfast, literally. Fossil evidence shows that the crocodiles of that era were the primary prey for this massive serpent. Imagine a world where the apex predator of today is just an appetizer for something much, much bigger hiding in the reeds. So, why isn't Titanoboa still here? Why don't we see 50-foot snakes in the Amazon today? The answer, once again, is climate. About 55 million years ago, the Earth began a long, slow cooling process. For a cold-blooded giant, a drop in temperature is a death sentence. As the world cooled, Titanoboa's metabolism couldn't keep up with its massive body. They grew smaller with every passing generation until, eventually, they vanished from the fossil record entirely. But here is the twist you might not expect. Their extinction was our golden ticket. During the age of the dinosaurs, our ancestors were tiny, shrew-like creatures hiding in holes, terrified of everything. After the dinosaurs died, we had to deal with the Titanoboa. It wasn't Cho's son until these massive reptiles disappeared that mammals finally had the space and the safety to evolve, grow, and eventually dominate the planet. Without that ancient climate change, humans might never have had the chance to step out of the shadows. But don't get too comfortable. Today, global temperatures are rising again. Scientists predict that if the trend continues, we might see a resurgence in the size of cold-blooded reptiles over the next few millennia. In the jungles of Southeast Asia, reticulated pythons are already being found at record lengths, and they are becoming more aggressive as they expand their territory. While we might not see a 50-foot Titanoboa tomorrow, the silent, cold-blooded kings of the past are waiting in the shadows of the rising mercury. Next time you're near the water and you see a strange ripple on the surface, you might want to take a step back. Because history has a way of repeating itself, and the Earth has a memory longer than we can imagine.